The following is a presentation of KVSC Sports.
Come the Huskies on the attack again. 2-on-1 shot. Score! Julia Gilbert nails it down low to give the Huskies a 1-0 lead.
Hello, this is junior forward Amy Olsen from the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You are listening to the Jeff Giesen Show on KVSC.
Welcome to the Jeff Giesen Show. I'm Scott Gross, along with the head coach of the St. Cloud State women's hockey team, Jeff Giesen. And Jeff, last weekend, a week ago, you guys faced the Bemidji State Beavers here at the National Hockey and Event Center. You had faced them earlier in Bemidji in the season and swept them. Let's go over the first game. And the first game was scoreless after one period of play, and then you guys would come out a little bit later in the second period to get the first goal of the game at the 13-15 mark. The first goal of the season by Michelle Burke. We had her on in the program a few weeks ago, and she said one thing she wanted to do is at least score another goal. Well, she got that done in the second period and gave you guys a 1-0 lead.
Far side point, far circle, Sky Kelly shot, it's loose in front, it's Drews, it scores! Julia Gilbert puts it on the board. Burke was there as well. We'll wait to see who gets it. Looks like Michelle Burke is going to get credit with the goal, and the Huskies take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it was good to see her get one and get her first of the year. We were kind of giving her a hard time before the game. Said she owed us a couple goals for some other things off the ice. I said, yeah, you owe us a goal, and she said okay, and then she came through. So that was good to see, and obviously got us off to a good start.
So the goal by Michelle Burke gives you a 1-0 lead. That's how the second period would end. You guys would have a one-goal advantage, but then Bemidji State would come back and kind of bang plays. They'd have two goals, and I believe a span of around 31 seconds in there, and they took a 2-1 lead. Was the mood maybe, did it creep into your craw a little bit about here we go again, some of the old things that happened to you in 2012 where you guys would carry a lead into the third period and watch it go away from you?
Oh, it did a little bit, and we obviously we addressed that going into the third, and then I think that's what made the win that much more special was they obviously bounced back and tied it back up and got the winning goal, and then obviously finished it off with the open netter. But I think that's part of the growing process of this team, and just learning that they can have a little bit of adversity and still come back from it.
As you mentioned, you guys would tie it up, and it would be a freshman. It would be a Hannah Brote notching her first of the season at the 12:03 mark in the final period, and you guys were tied at 2-2 at that point. Assist on there by Audrey Hanmer.
Hanmer, long blast, gloved out of the air, loose in the slot, shot and goal! Hannah Broad got it!
You guys would take a 3-2 lead at the 12:52 mark. Just moments after the Hannah Broad goal, you guys would get the eventual game winner by Molli Mott down low. Haley Schmidt and Alex Nelson there to help out.
Alex Nelson, back to Haley, back to Alex, behind the end line. Alex looking to feed down low. One-timer, loose and score! Rebound down low! Sydney Berghardt got it, and the Huskies take a 3-2 lead on the power play. Huskies come back on a nice feed down low. Haley Schmidt rifled one. And it's going to be Molli Mott, not Berghardt with the goal. Molli Mott will get the goal for St. Cloud State. And they take a 3-2 lead. They come back and get the lead after letting it go.
The seniors and the top scorers kind of came through and helped you wipe your brow a little bit there after that one. You guys would then, after that, add an empty netter. It would be Molli Mott showing that she's not real selfish, and she easily could have had an empty netter herself, but she dished off to Julia Gilbert.
Kept alive. Here comes Molli Mott racing along the near side wall. Mott will give a head and an empty net goal for Julia Gilbert. Huskies will win this one. Julia Gilbert on the goal, and St. Cloud State leads 4-2.
4-2 the final after the first game, and you guys kind of exercised some demons. You were down a goal in the third period. You came back, you tied it up, and you skated away with a win.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think it was really showed some resolve, and the players didn't quit, and we kept coming at them, and that was the difference in the game for us, is just to be able to give up that lead, get it back, and then finish it off on a pretty good power play goal, and then obviously the open netter is always icing on the cake.
So 3 in a row now in 2012-2013 versus Bemidji State. You guys get a much needed 3 points in the WCHA rankings and standings. And then on Saturday afternoon, it would be you and the Beavers again. And this time it would be Bemidji State getting out to a 2-0 lead. And you guys would have your opportunities. I was not able to make the game. I was at Fridays, and I had to read up what Andy Saylor had to say from your website. And it looked like you guys had some opportunities down the stretch. Audrey Hamner had one clank off the pipe, and you guys just couldn't get it done that day. And sometimes it's just that's just the way it goes. You can't get those greasy goals when you're looking for them.
No, it was, it's sometimes that's just how hockey goes. And we played, I thought we played 5 very good periods on the weekend, the kind of hockey that we need to play. In the second period on Saturday when they got their 2, we just had nothing going, kind of standing around. They got the 2. We didn't have much energy. They outshot us pretty bad. I think it was 12-3. They definitely outchanced us. I think those 3 shots were even being a little bit gracious on our part. We just kind of out of it there for 20 minutes, and that was a game. When we came back and picked it up a notch in the third there, we hit 2 posts. We had one late. We got the goalie pulled, hit a post there. So just a little too late for everything to unfold, and unfortunately we're in a situation where we can't do that, and when we're playing tight games. So that's, like I said, 5 good periods, and that one is the haunting one.
We've talked before, and you mentioned that the WCHA, aside from Minnesota, the rest of the teams are all kind of right there, clumped together. And we saw that out of Bemidji State. They're just behind you in the standings. They stay just behind you in the standings. You guys will still occupy number 7 as you go on the road to Duluth. But looking at Bemidji, they're kind of a quirky team where they had 3 wins and a tie coming into the National Hockey and Event Center a week ago. But all of those wins and the tie were on the road versus some pretty good opponents. I think they went down and beat Providence. They, I think, defeated Wisconsin and tied Wisconsin. So a lot of their wins were on the road versus pretty good teams and teams that you saw as well.
Yeah, I think that just, again, it goes back to the strength of our league. They're going to get some wins, and that's what we need to do, is we need to beat some teams besides the teams that we're kind of down hovering around. We need to pull off some wins against the Duluths, the Wisconsins, the Ohio States. Those are the kind of North Dakota. Those are the teams we got to try to sneak some points out of and try to get a win against.
Your overall feelings or impressions of the weekend? I know you wanted to sweep, but you got a split versus Bemidji State. They're last in the WCHA. I guess that's all I can say is your overall thoughts. Is it bittersweet? Are you happy as you guys are getting ready to go to Duluth?
Well, yeah, I think obviously anytime you get some wins, that's important, and get points in our league. So we got a split. We got 3 points on the weekend. Would we have liked to have 6? Yeah. Would we have liked to have even 5? Try to tie that up and get into a shootout somehow or some way. But right now, just having the great positive energy that the team has going, carrying in, from the series before. Obviously, we got a split against Mankato at home, and then coming back with the Bemidji series, and now we go on the road for a couple in a row here. So the players are really focused, are really kind of excited to play, and so that's encouraging.
He's Jeff Giesen, the head coach of the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. They earned a split last weekend at home versus Bemidji State. We'll take a break. We'll bring our players in after this short break, and then we'll take a look at Minnesota Duluth as the program goes on. This is the Jeff Giesen Show on 88.1 FM, KVSC.
Hello, this is sophomore forward Callie Funk from the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You're listening to the Jeff Giesen Show on KVSC.
twitter.com/KVSC Sports.
Hey Matt, what are you doing?
Oh, just checking out the latest St. Cloud State sports news on Twitter here.
On Twitter?
Yeah, man, KVSC Sports Twitter page. Have you seen their Facebook too?
They have Facebook?
Yeah, dude, you're not really friends with someone unless Facebook says so you should check it out.
If you're a fan of top-notch St. Cloud State sports coverage, KVSC Sports has you covered. KVSC Sports is all over the Twitter map with updates from games and news and notes throughout the week about your favorite SCSU teams. We've also decided to get with the times by launching our own Facebook page. Go to facebook.com and like KVSC Sports. KVSC Sports is socially connected and is your home for the most in-depth coverage of St. Cloud State sports anywhere.
Hall, back in. Now Rapuzzi shoots. What a save by Lee. Rebound, Lee makes another save.
Hey, this is junior forward Molli Mott from the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You are listening to the Jeff Giesen Show on KVSC.
Welcome back to the Jeff Giesen Show. Scott Gross back with you. Now we're joined by a couple of players from the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. We're joined by Molli Mott, a junior, and along with freshman Vanessa Spataro. First of all, we'll talk with Molli Mott, who wears the number 23 for the Huskies. A pretty good weekend for you overall. You got another goal that you notched in the scoring column for yourself. And in that first game as well, you had an assist, but you could have had a second goal as well. You kind of dished off and let Julia Gilbert get the goal. So a nice job on your part to be unselfish and not hog all the goals for yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't really have the shooting angle, and the girl was right on me anyway, and Julia was wide open, so I just tossed it over to her.
Your impressions of the weekend, a split with Bemidji State. I know that you guys would like to have had a sweep here at home and gain some ground versus Minnesota State in the standings, but you guys go 1-1 to start 2013.
Yeah, it's tough splitting, but it's always nice getting that one win too, so it helps us with our league standings, and we're still ahead of Bemidji, so as long as that's going for us, and we'll be all right.
Now, when you have a split, it's kind of like kissing your brother. Would you rather win on Friday or have the win on Saturday?
That's kind of tough. I like having the wins on Friday because then we have momentum on Saturday, but if we're going to split, it's kind of nicer to have it be on Saturday, so we have go into the weekend with a better attitude, I guess.
Any personal goals you have for yourself as you start the 2013 portion of the season?
Not specifically, just trying to get some more wins for the team.
What did you do in the off season to prepare yourself for this season? You're coming in as your junior season. Looks like whatever you've been doing has been paying off as you've really been one of the leaders in scoring so far.
Just the workouts that our athletic trainer has us doing, and skating all the time, playing with my friends, and just having fun is kind of most important to me because the more I have fun, the more I enjoy it. So.
Here at St. Cloud State, what are some of the things that, what are some of the classes you're taking? What are you majoring and minoring in?
I am a recreation and sports management major, so taking some classes like that, and then I'm doing a psychology minor, so doing some of those. So
you're going to try and get into some athletes' heads when you're working in Parks and Rec. So overall, thoughts that you have on the season, well, as a team, what do you guys hope to accomplish before the regular season's over?
Get a few more wins under our belt and go into playoffs with high seed, and just try and do the best we can and get ourselves at a good spot to play well and see what we can do at the playoffs.
Now you hail from Colorado Springs. What is hockey like in Colorado compared to that of Minnesota?
It's actually kind of a lot different. There's not as many girls that play, so I played in a club team that's up in Denver. I loved every minute of it, but it's definitely a lot different than it is here in Minnesota.
Is there a lot of travel in the high school ranks or club ranks, or is it pretty much just travel around the suburbs of Denver?
No, since there's not that many girls in Colorado, we played mostly in the upper Midwest and East Coast, so we traveled at least once or twice a month.
How do you get hooked on a sport like hockey in a state of Colorado where it's not real prevalent or around?
My family's a big hockey family, so my dad played, and I have two older brothers that also played, so kind of just followed their footsteps and did what they did.
All right, well, very good. Glad to have you on the program, and keep up the good work on the season.
Awesome, thank you.
Junior Molli Mott wears the number 23 as one of our player guests here on the Jeff Giesen Show. We'll now have her switch seats here, and we'll bring in number 16, Vanessa Spataro. And Vanessa, welcome to the program. And your overall thoughts, you're the first-year player here for St. Cloud State. Your overall thoughts on your first season as a Husky?
I'm I'm happy with my decision. I'm having a lot of fun. I need to maybe get some more points under my belt and try and be a difference maker every game.
Before you came to St. Cloud State, where did you play, and what kind of player are you?
I played for the Toronto Arrows for 4 years before I came here. I'd say just a hard worker, like to get the puck to people, feed it to them, but I'll put the puck in the net when I have to.
You see yourself as a scorer, or are you more defensive-minded, more of a passer, a table setter?
Definitely more of a passer, scorer. Defense is definitely one of my weaker assets.
What's hockey like in Canada? Growing up, you said that you played 4 years for the Toronto Arrows. How does that compare as far as high school hockey goes? What's the difference between the two?
Well, high school hockey wasn't the main. It was more the club, the Toronto team. I'd say they pretty close hockey here and there. Everyone's really interested in it. Definitely hockey in Minnesota is really big, but in Ontario, Toronto, it's a lot of people play, a lot of girls. Definitely there's a lot of good players in the WCHA. So.
At what age do you start playing club hockey?
I think I was 5.
You were 5?
Yeah.
And you started playing club hockey already? You don't even did you even play any high school hockey at all?
Yeah, I played for my high school, but it was more of just a fun leisure thing. There wasn't very many rep players on the team. They were more just for fun.
Okay. So high school's more for fun, and then the club, that's when you really get serious. How much travel is there in difference from going high school to club?
Club, I mean, I lived in Stouffville, but I played in Toronto, so I'd travel 45 minutes to get to practice 2 nights a week, and then we'd probably play 2 or 3 times on the weekend, and sometimes it'd be 4 hours of travel, maybe 6 hours, maybe an hour or so.
Once again, we're talking to Vanessa Spataro. She wears number 16 for the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. What's it like being recruited? What was that like for you to have these coaches there come and watch you and other coaches as well?
I mean, it gets stressful at times, but you gotta keep your head focused on the ice and just forget that they're there. I took an extra year to come play college hockey, so it definitely got stressful near the mid-season of my second year back. But you just got to keep playing, play your best, and they'll see you. You got to be right place, the right time, and they'll find you. Yeah.
How'd the deal actually go down? Was it Jim Fetter that was looking at you? Was it Britta? Was it Coach Giesen that actually came down? Who was it, and what was the moment that had you decide that St. Cloud State was the place for you?
I think it was Britta that originally found me, and then I know Fetter came and watched me play at my home rink, and he commented on how small the rink was, but I think that helped show him that I have some speed behind me. But I definitely thought coming to Minnesota to play hockey would be awesome, and it definitely outweighed any other option.
Was there any other schools that were looking at you?
More in my years before grade 12. I guess that'd be my senior year. I broke my ankle in grade 12, so that kind of weighed things down. But Robert Morris and Lindenwood were interested before St. Cloud, and then luckily I came across this.
So playing Lindenwood, you faced them 4 times this year. That had to be a little surreal, a team that kind of recruited you and looked at you, and now you're on the other side wearing Husky red, white, and black.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to beat them. I didn't want to lose against them, so it was good to get those wins.
Any goals that you have as you enter the second half of the season here, Vanessa?
Definitely just trying to get some more points. My coach said from last year, I saw him over break, he said, I want you to double your points, and so I'll try and live up to that and just try and help the team out as much as I can.
All right, well, good luck with that. I look forward to covering more of your games throughout the season, and thanks for being a part of the Jeff Giesen Show.
Thank you.
All right, Vanessa Spataro, a freshman who wears number 16 for the St. Cloud State women's hockey team, our guest, along with Molli Mott, a freshman who wears number 23, joined us as well in our player segment. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the coach one more time. This is the Jeff Giesen Show on 88.1 FM, KVSC.
Hello, this is senior forward Alex Nelson from St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You are listening to the Jeff Giesen Show on KVSC.
Sound Alternative KVSC St. Cloud is known for many things around the Granite City and beyond, including award-winning news coverage, cultural programming, including Afro-pop worldwide, and of course
I watch sports, dog. That's what I'm trying to say. I watch sports, man. That's what I'm into.
Yes, Little Wayne. Yes, Little Wayne. We also have award-winning sports coverage here on KVSC. I was just about to get to that. Here on KVSC Sports, we cover
sports. Every sport. Hockey, golf, basketball, football, of course. baseball.
Sorry, Weezy, you done? You finished? Yeah, okay. So KVSC Sports covers hockey, football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, soccer, cross country, swimming, diving, wrestling, and so much more. Stay tuned to your sports alternative, KVSC, all year long for coverage of all your favorite Husky athletic teams.
Sports, every sport.
Man, you already know.
Hi, this is junior defenseman Carrie Cohn from St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You're listening to the Coach Giesen Show on KVSC.
Welcome back to the Jeff Giesen Show. Scott Gross with you. We're here with, before we get to the coach and look at UMD, we're here with a very special guest. It's assistant coach Jim Fetter. And Jim, you were the head coach overseas during the holiday break with the Under-18 World Championships in Finland, and it turned out pretty well for you over there.
Yeah, we had a great tournament. Ended up going 5-0 and winning the gold medal in overtime.
In overtime, so that is it pretty stressful to be a coach to go through something like that?
Yeah, you know, actually I wasn't very stressed in the gold medal game. I was more nervous or stressed, if you want to say, in the semifinal game. I feel that's probably the toughest game to win. We're expected to be in the gold medal, and you never know. We played Sweden in that game, and they played us tough up until the third, and then we were able to take control.
How's the team put together?
We have a camp in the summer where we're together for about 2 weeks. We bring in 40 players. We'll cut down to 22, and then this year we came down to Blaine. Had a 3-game series against the U.S. We brought 22 players, so we released 18. Then, from there we gave feedback to all 40 players. We continue to watch them and evaluate them throughout the year. Hockey Canada has a scouting staff of about 6 or 7, so they get out and watch them all year. And then in late November, they had a national championship in Dawson Creek, BC, where each province was represented. And myself and my other 2 assistants and our goalie coach went out and watched that, evaluated the players there, and that's how we selected our team.
How many players from these squads do you look at to help Jeff here and bring him to St. Cloud State?
We look at them all. Any player that we feel is going to help us here, we'll take a look and try to get them to commit to St. Cloud.
How is it a matter of finding these players and putting that group together, and then you have the tryouts? Is it coaches contacting you? Is it you and a few other people going and looking at anywhere between 30, 40, 50 players to invite them?
No, that's left. That's basically on Hockey Canada's shoulders. Like I said, they have scouting of a scouting staff of about 6 or 7 scouts that'll get out and evaluate these players throughout the season. So they have a pretty good pool where they've identified all these players. And they start right from our national team players. So the older players and right down to probably players that are 14, 15 years old right now that they're starting to track.
Are you ever home?
I haven't been this year, but looking forward to being home here over the next couple months.
That's a lot of coaching, a lot of recruiting, a lot of on the road, and congratulations on head coaching the Under-18 World Championships and Team Canada in Finland, getting the gold medal. What does that mean to you as a coach?
It's special. Last year we won a gold medal as well last year as assistant coach, and this year as a head coach, you kind of, got to lead everyone and make sure everyone's on the same path. So it was special. We went through a little bit of adversity there, but overall, it was a great tournament.
Jim, thanks for your time, and once again, congratulations.
Great, thank you.
Jim Fetter, assistant coach for the St. Cloud State women's hockey team, will now shift gears and go back to St. Cloud State women's hockey. We'll bring in the head coach, Jeff Giesen, here once again. And you guys are on the road this weekend. You'll be up in Duluth to take on the Bulldogs, the team that came here. They were not as firing on all cylinders, let's say, when they came to the National Hockey and Event Center, but they came here and took care of your Huskies 5-1 in both games. They swept you a year ago. So how do you go up to Duluth and hopefully come away with a win or two?
Well, you hope that we've kept making some progress since the first time we played them. I thought we had 2 pretty good games against them. A couple of different kind of goals the last time we played, but hopefully our players have gotten better. I think we're more competitive right now, and I think just the way we've been playing the last 4 games here, I think will give us a chance to win.
What have you seen in the last 4 games that you've really liked and taken away from those?
Well, I think just our overall team defense has really been an improvement over the last few years, and just we're not giving team a lot of great chances. And the few that we've given up, our goaltenders have been there to step up for them. So that's always exciting. But I think if we can keep them at bay, and then we take a couple of advantages of our chances, it's going to give us a chance to win.
Halfway through the season, are there any players that are starting to blossom before your eyes that maybe weren't on the radar maybe a month ago?
I don't know about maybe a month ago, but I think one player you really have to point out is Haley Schmidt. I think you look at over her career numbers and just the kind of how her 4 years has unfolded. She's really came into her own. She's playing with so much confidence, sees the ice so well. Is not afraid to handle the puck. Obviously, she's got a lot of points. I think she's tied for scoring with in the lead of our team. Her playing with Alex Nelson has really given us kind of a first line go-to. Along with Molli Mott being able to chip in a few there too.
How the girls react after the Bemidji loss, and what do you feel the attitude's going to be going up to Duluth?
Well, I think they know that they let one slip away, or at least giving themselves a chance to slip away, and I think that's been the focal point, being able to play 60 minutes and then have no regrets on how things have worked out. If you played your best and giving your a solid effort and made the plays you're supposed to make, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. And if you don't do that, then you're going to come out on the wrong end of it, and then there's going to feel that feeling of regret, like we should have done a little more here. So I think the best thing is to come in going knowing we're going to go as hard as we can and give it a full 60 this weekend.
What are your keys as a head coach that your Huskies have to do to go up to Duluth and wreak some havoc up there?
Well, I think just like I said, play great defense, get good goaltending, and take advantage of our opportunities. If we can kind of hang around and keep it a tight game, that gives us a chance to pull something off up there. And I think we've played pretty well on the road. We've had some tight games. I think we've played well. Each game we've gotten a little bit better. So hopefully here in the second half they'll know what to expect, and we'll get after them a little bit.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend in Duluth.
Thanks.
That's Jeff Giesen, the head coach of the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. Also want to thank Jim Feder, the assistant coach for the Huskies, coming in and talking about the Under-18 World Championships that he was the head coach of. Team Canada he coached. They took the gold medal over the Christmas break. Also want to thank Vanessa Spataro and Molli Mott for joining us in our player segment as well. That'll do it for the Jeff Giesen Show right here in 88.1 FM.
Hey guys, this is senior forward Ellie Siddick from the St. Cloud State women's hockey team. You're listening to the Goose Show on KVSC.